Okay, so the first thing that you do when you start to engrave or um, finish a piece of music is you have to know what you're writing. You have to know what kind of sounds you want, what kind of sounds you envision. You also have to know whether you're going to do a handwritten score first or if you're going to use music notation first. These are pivotal in deciding how your composition or your engraving process is going to go. If you're doing a project that is huge engraving, you're going to want to get a notation software so that you can accurately display the notes on the page and sometimes play the notes through your Midi controller into the composition program itself so that you can get a clear view on what the player is actually doing. Then you need a Midi controller. This is optional. You could either have the Midi controller to play in the note values of what you hear through your ears into the composition software, or you can use a different note entry like simple note entry on Finale or speedy note entry on Finale, or if you use Sibelius, they have different kinds of note entries as well. You need to choose which note entry you're going to use and what's going to be easiest for you in order to start your engraving project. Then if it's a composition, you need to decide your melodies and your harmonies. And you can usually sketch these out beforehand, or you could just go straight to the computer and stretch them out, write them out, flesh them out in the program itself. This is what I usually do when I'm doing my projects. I don't usually sketch them out beforehand. Sometimes I do, but on rare occasions. Then you go to do your composition or your engraving or your arrangement of the piece. Make sure you have copyright protection. If it's an arrangement or an engraving, make sure the song is cleared by whoever owns the copyright for you to put it up on S&P Press, because you are going to be putting it up to be sold. You need to make sure that all watermarks are taken care of, that you're not illegally uploading any content, because if you upload musical or any intellectual property without the copyright holder's discretion, you can be facing some pretty heavy fines and punishments for that. So make sure you get the copyright clearance. Make sure you get your sound set up. Make sure you get your notation program. MuseScore has a free one if you're interested. If you are into the Finale and Sibelius, go use that, go buy that. But MuseScore is good enough. Also, if you have a song already, check out the Arrange Me program, which is a program that will allow you to upload your arrangements of already freestanding compositions that have been cleared by Sheet Music Plus with the likes of Hal Leonard and everything else. Check that out. It's a pretty good program. Doesn't cost anything to join. Doesn't cost anything to participate because it's part of S&P Press's publishing. So those are the things that you need. Of course, you need a musical ear, but as long as you have those things, you'll be good to go.